Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station. Mining zones have been added to your nav system, Pathfinder. Environmental temperatures are within acceptable limits.
Looks like an Angaran settlement.
Let's see if someone here needs help.
I hear the researchers here drill into the ice in order to study it.
Someone around here probably knows what that ice is for.
We can't just
Now I'm
attack
thinking about
an
that one
entire
job
Kett
I did.
base.
Drilling for Ezo on an
Just
ice
giving up on
planet.
Nielj.
I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder.
No, I'm saying we need to think about this. Get in touch with Buxton and form a proper plan.
They could be dead or worse by the time your thinking's done. Stars. It's you. You're the one who saved the Moshai. We've all heard. Hitting the Kett where it counts has really helped our morale.
Finding allies in the Angara has been a great boost for us.
We are united by our struggle against the Kett. My grandmother used to say that the mingling of shed blood makes family as surely as birth. Want to kill more Kett? I need someone to rescue my Uncle Nielj. I'm not a fighter yet, or I'd go myself. If the Kett move him from the labor camp, we'll lose him forever.
What's a Kett labor camp for?
Different things. They put people in cages there. Sometimes they make them work. Sometimes they collect Angara, and once they have enough, they move them. And sometimes they just kill them. My father died that way.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry. Make sure I don't lose more family.
I'll get your uncle.
Here's the nav point of the labor camp. Please hurry. Nielj may not have much time.
How's the dig going?
We can't get deep enough to take a proper sample. The ice is too thick. If I had better equipment, we would have finished days ago.
Try asking Armroll about it.
You're that alien Pathfinder they call Ryder. Oh, I wish I could talk. But I gotta get this sky-cursed piece of junk working. It's been picking up weird interference for days. I can't transmit data to our colleagues in Talara.
Tech, huh? At the end of the day, it's just a mess of metal and plastic.
And yet we trust our lives with it. Oh, I need to take a break before I kill someone. If you want, feel free to poke around.
High-powered communications array. Most likely for planet-wide communications.
Makes sense. Anything on that interference the researcher talked about?
I am detecting a signal. It is faint, but this equipment is sensitive. Pathfinder, I also observe a regular pattern in this emitted signal. It may be artificial.
You don't mean Kett? Are you saying the Kett are disrupting our comms? We must look into this.
Janlith, I'm pretty sure there's something here. They were probably affected by the Scourge. The microbe variety in the top layer is completely different. They contain traces of 4 different radioactive isotopes.
Could be something else. Industrial emission, weapons tests, someone crashing a vehicle into the sea.
Or maybe, like my sister says, it's the Ice Talkers.
Say Ice Talkers one more time and you're fired.
The numbers check out. I don't know what else I can do to strengthen my argument. Oh, hello. You're that Ryder alien everyone's talking about. What can I do for you?
You said something about ice talkers? What are those?
Oh, that's something of a joke between me, Janlith, and everyone who went to school with us in Australia. One of our classmates was at an old archaeological dig and thought he heard a voice through the ice. 2 months later, another group claimed they heard the same thing, an angry voice.
What was it?
Too much Malay, that's what Janlith says. Now it's become something of a joke between us.
Ah, you're Ryder. It's an honor to meet you. What can I do for you?
What are you doing with this giant block of ice?
That was cut out from below Hijara. We're right above an inland sea and the ice goes deep. Very deep. Everything under the first layer was perfectly preserved from a time before the Scourge. There's a lot we can learn from the composition of the deeper layers. Microbes, ancient life forms, all untouched by the Scourge.
You were saying something about ice talkers?
Huh? Don't let anyone hear you. Stupid story that started years ago when Dinor and I were students in Australia. Talk to Dinor. He knows more about how that tale spread.
I won't disturb your work.
Only the Kett showed us the same courtesy.
This isn't Haval. You spend too long out there in the dark, you'll get weak, sick, or worse.
It's bad. I get it. How do I stay alive?
The moment you see sunlight, break cover. Soak up all the rays you can.
I'll be a target.
Not for long. You'll get a lot from just 5 minutes of exposure. After that, get back under cover.
The human is listening to us.
You here to learn survival tips from old Percy?
Why does your kind need the sun?
We draw nourishment from solar radiation. It keeps us sharp. Even healed minor injuries.
But we have to keep out of sight, or the Kett will spot us.
You sound like an expert, and I'd like to survive.
What I can teach wouldn't help. Different biology.
Your body can't store a charge.
If you go too long without sunlight, do you get sick?
Lack of regular exposure puts our bodies under stress. Too much of that, and we're no use to anyone.
Have to keep my strength up for the resistance.
Good luck out there.
I'm ready to go, Passy.
Not so fast. You still don't know how to read a weather pattern.
Did you extract the metal from that sample we took?
I did. It's strong. If we find more, we can send it to Resistance to process it.
Keep digging. I have a good feeling about that site. They told me you might be coming through. Watch your step. We buried data probes in the snow.
What is this place?
Hijara Station, the only research base on Voeld. Educated on Aya, trained by the Resistance.
Takes guts to be stationed out here alone.
They only send scientists who can handle themselves in a fight. Since the Resistance can't always protect us, we protect ourselves.
Are you in charge here?
Lead researcher. Worked as a seismologist on Aya before I volunteered for Hijara.
You volunteered?
We all did. Aya is fine, but all that green gets boring. I can't speak for the rest, but I came here for the adventure. So far, Voeld has lived up to my expectations. Always a new mountain to scale.
How long has this station been around?
Only a few years. This used to be Kett territory before the Resistance pushed them out. We've discovered a wealth of resources the Kett protected out here. Metals, minerals, even a new species of edible cold weather fungus.
All that was hidden under the ice?
And more. We've only scratched the surface.
I'll come back if I need anything.
I'll be here.
Well, I haven't seen many of your kind around here, but I've heard lots about the Pathfinder from my friends on Aya.
All good things, I hope.
So far.
Do you get much business out here?
I do all right. The trick is to not stay in one place too long. I travel between here and Tetchings. Sometimes they even make it up to the Resistance camp.
Isn't that dangerous with the Kett all around?
I've had a few close calls, but they haven't caught me yet. The stars are on my side.
I'm good for now.
Come back if you need anything.
Why'd you come to Helios?
General you or personal you?
You, Vetra. Personally.
Same reason everyone else did. Bought the pitch.
Must have been an impressive pitch. Was it worth it?
It better be.
Another eidetic trigger, Sam?
Yes, though my memory array remains locked. Additional triggers are required.
Manual says the Nomad's good for all weather conditions, but they did those tests in the Milky Way.
We are nearing the nav point provided by Sokar Isov on Aya.
I recognize him. That's Keldo, one of Sokar's suppliers.
Found them.
Scans reveal these crates contain Angaran weapons.
Oh, really now?
Now this, I should have seen coming.
Oh, did Sokar not mention he helps us out sometimes?
Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station.
Is there anything here that isn't freezing?
Mining zones in this region are available, Pathfinder. I've added them to your nav system. I detect traces of weapons fire consistent with Kett's technology.
Kett. Great. And here's the ambush.
I sense you don't trust me, Veteran Nix.
Where are you getting that?
You seem distant. You don't meet my eyes.
I'm gonna be honest. Can I be honest?
Of course.
I don't really know you yet. We're the aliens here, and I wouldn't be surprised if you resented that.
So, you act like you don't like me because you're not sure if I like you.
That kinda covers it.
No, I don't resent you. And what I know so far, I like. Does that make things easier?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
This is the Kett labor camp Skion talked about.
Be careful. Looks heavily guarded.
You're here to rescue us. The control panel is right there. Shut this down. a weapon, I'm gonna destroy these Kett! I'm gonna kill these Kett! Disable the fence! I have to get out! Freedom! Disable the fence, quick! You're not getting away with this!
Environmental temperatures are within acceptable limits. Life support is back online.
Just in time. Might have given us another day at most. No thanks for Rana's jabs.
If the Kett can't handle being called mildly insulting things, that's on them, not me.
You see what I mean? We owe you. How'd you find us anyway?
Your nephew Ski-Out was trying to get you rescued.
Good boy. He's got potential, Nilge.
So you've said before. The Resistance needs to be debriefed. We'll head back to base as soon as possible.
What about the data drive? We have to deliver it to Buxel so she can start the analysis.
Interesting. It seems we have to depend on our rescuer for more than a rescue. Can you deliver this drive to Tetchix? If we work together, no time will be wasted.
What's in the drive?
The Kett code we stole while trying to infiltrate their command center. The Kett never realized how much we downloaded off their network.
I'll go there as soon as I can.
Perfect. Buxel will be in her workshop. I hope we meet again, under better circumstances.
We've never known a world without Kett. The Resistance fights so our children may one day be free.
They're a tough bunch.
I hope the Angara know we're nothing like the Kett. I wouldn't want them as an enemy.
You're afraid your sister will die here.
What sort of thing is that to say to someone?
I see it in your eyes.
So just because it's true, you can say it out loud?
I've offended.
I'm not offended. I just want this
Getting closer. This is the source of that interference? Looks like a meteorite.
The interference is caused by the EM radiation it's emitting. I detect that...
Adhi, talk later.
The signal emitted by that meteorite might be drawing the Ardi, as well as driving them into a frenzy.
How do we shut it off?
Perhaps the scan will tell us more, Pathfinder. Pathfinder, I can modify your Omni tool to dampen the signal.
Those Adhi really have it out for us.
Adhi don't normally act like this. Something's made them angry.
We are close to the source of the signal. Perhaps something about the frequency. Must set attention
Ryder, the Angara call this a scourge gem. They pass through the scourge and pick up something of its nature. No two are exactly alike. Some of them are quite beautiful and quite dangerous.
I suggest we return it to the Nexus for analysis. We could learn more about the Scourge.
True. Disrupting comms, driving wildlife into a frenzy. There's too much here to ignore. We need to study it. Hopefully, the Hajara scientists won't have any more trouble with their comms.
I asked about your fear of Sid dying, because we call that Dosashan. It means good fear, or maybe noble fear.
You see fear as good?
Fearing things that should be feared keeps you alive. It's good. Your struggle here is driven by Dosashan. The same as when we fight the Kett, but embracing Dosashan, not letting it hold you down. That's courage. You were courageous to come here, Vetranix. You and your sister.
Wow. Thank you.
Vetra, I'm glad that we were able to overcome our awkward feelings and become better friends.
Sure. Me too, Jal.
So, what do you like to do for fun?
This.
Yes, but no. For fun.
This.
For fun?
Yes. What makes you think I'm not having fun?
Friendship is hard work.
Hey, can you help me with something? There's a wraith cloaked near you. I lost its movement. Will you scan for it and let me know where it's hiding?
Got it. Over here.
Impressive.
Been tracking that thing all day. Thanks for the help.
Do I get to meet the mystery sniper?
Only right. Come find me.
They've probably gotten word that we're coming. I don't think they'll shoot.
There's a door up ahead.
Gotta hand it to these Angara. They're tough.
Not did anyone from Nostray.
There isn't a place on Voeld safe from those things.
I'm telling you, they can't avoid that city. They're afraid of it.
There you are.
Nice shot back there.
Thanks. My father taught me as soon as I was old enough to hold a gun.
I'm glad I'm not on the business end of that thing.
As long as you're not Kett, you're safe.
You ever shoot Remnant out here?
I don't see them too often. I heard there's a big one somewhere, but I never found it.
Do the Kett come around here a lot?
Only some. Resistance patrols keep most from getting through. I pick off the stragglers. Usually wraiths like the one you helped me with.
You ever miss one?
Miss? Never.
You ever think of joining the Resistance? They'd be lucky to have you.
I want to, but my family would never allow it. Not after my brother.
Your brother was a sharpshooter too. Nerav.
How'd you... Jarl? Stars, you were his friend.
He was a good man. Fought hard for his people.
I want to follow his example, but my family...
This is your call.
This is what you truly want?
It is. I want to help.
Then tell them. I've met your father. He'll listen.
You're right. It's time I speak to my family.
Activating automated forward station deployment.
That's Tetchix, according to my map.
We should speak to Boxel about her brother as soon as possible.
I worry about them.
They'll be fine. We'll protect them the best we can.
And what if our best isn't good enough?
Are you here to observe the Yavara?
What are the Yavara?
Walk onto the frozen lake and you'll see them beneath the ice. They've lived on Voeld for millennia. Stories about the Yavara are the only Angaran folktales that survive the Scourge. They're beautiful, intelligent creatures.
I worry about
our closest tie to our past.
And now your people will poach them right out of existence.
Something I should know about?
24 Yavara have been killed since outlaws of your kind landed on Voeld to hunt. We have no resources to track these poachers, and the resistance is spread too thin.
At this rate, our only link to our history will disappear forever.
Ryder, the Yavara are vital to Angaran culture. We need to stop these hunters.
We'll do whatever we can to help.
We should hurry.
You said you have folk tales about the Yavara.
Somehow, Yavara stories are the only ones that survive the Scourge. Most of them have the same theme. A Yavara's song is so beautiful, it can coax the sun out of hiding, reveal the stars.
Just stories, of course, but when your entire history is lost, stories are precious.
I see why the Yavara are important to you.
To all Angara, they're a symbol of what the Scourge took from us.
We can't lose them.
Tell me more about the Yavara.
They're amazing creatures, able to communicate through intricate songs. Long ago, we could have heard the songs in person, but the Scourge trapped the Yavara beneath the ice. Now we have to settle for static-filled recordings.
How do they survive under the ice?
No one knows. We've dedicated our lives to studying them, and we still can't find the answer. They're cut off from food and oxygen, yet they still persist. My colleague here has a theory they may be remnant.
We have no way of confirming this, of course.
I'll leave you to your work.
Ishare.
He left Voeld? He got free and didn't even pay me a courtesy visit?
I'm sorry. I can't say more, but what Nilge is doing is extremely important and time-sensitive.
Not even a call. Hello, sister. Thought I'd let you know I'm still alive. Not even that.
That's between you and him. He certainly had time to call.
Anyway, thanks for telling me. I'll keep you updated on anything else I find.
Good. Signing off.
Are you Boxel? I have something for you.
From my brother who can't stop being a hero? Yes. Anyik told me to expect you. My son Skjord said he'd sent people after Nilge. I thought more lives lost. Nice to see I was wrong. Thanks for getting him out. Losing him would have set our efforts back months.
Losing family is hard. I'm glad I could spare you that pain.
Thank you. They talked about your abilities, but no one said anything about your kindness.
Oh.
Now, let's see what we have here. Stars and skies. This is a layout of the Kett Command Center. Entrances, exits, security. We'll be able to cripple their operations. Wait, there's something else here. Oh, that's not good.
What?
The base entrances are shielded and locked with a code which changes, often. Metadata tells me they downloaded this weeks ago. The code is about to change again. If an attack is going to happen, it needs to happen now.
Crap, that's a lot of pressure.
By the time the Resistance gets a team together, it might be too late. But your squad is ready.
I agree. If this is our only chance, it's up to us.
The code to disable the security shields is encrypted, but I'll keep working on it. I've sent you the map and a nav point for a side entrance that won't have as many guards. Go quickly. We'll be in touch.
Focus! Focus!
So weak.
No one's being cheated. How dare you accuse me in the street? You're a coward. Call Silverside, then you'll be run out of town.
You're the human who came from Aya. Is it still beautiful there?
The most beautiful world I've seen in the cluster, by a long shot.
I miss it terribly. I was born there. Spent my childhood in warm air and sunlight. I'll never forget how that felt.
What do you sell?
I trade with those who have things they don't need anymore, but who need things I have. Small comforts, nothing of value to you.
What's a small comfort on Voeld?
Clothing, tools, art, toys, anything to remind them of happier times. Things they can hold in the dark.
What do you mean, people with things they don't need?
Refugees carrying whatever they grabbed as they fled. The lighter their load, the easier their journey. I pay well.
Why don't you go back?
My life, family, livelihood, they're all here.
Thanks for talking with me.
Thank you for reminding me of Aya.
You're the alien who saved the Moshai.
How many Kett did you kill? I hope they screamed.
I don't kill Kett because I enjoy it. It just has to be done.
Well, yeah. Your people haven't been hunted and enslaved and exalted. It's different for us.
All right, that's enough. I know they call you Pathfinder. What do you need from us?
Was just passing by and heard you talking about taking down Kett.
Tand and Aaron. They faced the Kett and gave themselves to the blessed rebirth.
Which is...
They train and prepare. Calm their hearts so that when they die and come back, they remember. And they'll be stronger and wiser and better able to fight the evil that is the Kett. I can't wait for my turn. But all our blood still runs too hot. Tej is our hope now.
Tej is going to take down a Kett station. We should hear the news soon.
You want to hear that your friend's dead? That's kind of screwed up.
We don't want it. We accept it. Just because you don't understand doesn't mean it's wrong.
So where's this Kett station?
You shouldn't interfere, Pathfinder.
It's okay, Venge. As long as Kett died, it doesn't matter who's killing them. Here's the nav point. It was... interesting meeting you, Pathfinder. Skies be bright for you.
A human? All the way out here? You must have guts. If anyone can help my people, it's you.
Help with what?
The Kett destroyed a Dar not far from here. Retaliation after the Resistance pushed them out. The people were either killed or driven off. They left everything behind.
Do your people have somewhere to stay?
They're taken care of. But now we have a new problem. I'm a historian. That Dar was home to a priceless Angaran artifact. A map of ancient Voeld. I sent 2 of my colleagues to retrieve it, but they run into trouble out there. The Kett came back to finish the job. I need someone to help my people fight their way out.
Don't worry. I'll dig them out of trouble.
You're a lifesaver. I'll give you the nav point for the Dar. Please, hurry.
You, the Pathfinder. Is it true? Can you talk to the old machines?
You mean the Remnant?
I'm no threat to them. Never have been. Tell them to stop hurting me.
Did they injure you, or just chase you off?
They chased me, and I slipped on the ice. That hurt.
Why would the Remnant come after you?
I dig for useful things around the pillars. Good tech. Machines always left me alone until now.
You were misinformed. I can't actually talk to the Remnant. Even if I could, I don't think they'd listen.
What good are you then? Thanks for nothing.
Boxall says you rescued her brother. I don't have words to express my gratitude. I am Eski Yevith, steward of Techix. I hope to make your stay here a pleasant one. It's the least I can do.
I'm Ryder with the... Damn, it's cold out here.
Yes, the low temperatures do not bother us, but your physiology must be quite different. There are sun lamps all over Techix. I hope they help.
Tell me more about Techix.
It's the largest town on Voeld, home to hundreds of my people. We manufacture, we trade, and we try to live good lives, even with the Kett presence. I have lived here all my life, and there's no place I'd rather live.
What about Aya?
Ugh, sulfurous air. Not for me.
You called yourself steward. What's that?
I have guardianship of Techix. I ensure its functions, and that its people are safe. Commander Dozier and the Resistance fight the Kett with their weapons, with their fists. Myself and others here, we fight by refusing to give in, by living in spite of them.
I won't disturb you further.
It is no disturbance at all. May your luck build, Ryder. We don't usually let outsiders into cold storage.
Cold storage?
We'll keep the food shipped from Aya. I'm already grow here. We save energy using the ice as a natural freeze room.
Smart.
Andromeda plant sample detected nearby.
Pathfinder Ryder, it is wonderful to finally meet you in person. I'm Ari Vestchik, scholar and chronicler. I've followed your activity with great interest.
Chronicler? Like a historian?
Quite so. Denied memory of the past or hope for the future, we become dust in a void.
That's a wonderful sentiment.
My grandmother's words. She set me on this path. It is my life's work to document the events that shape our world. The arrival of visitors from beyond the galaxy is a significant development, of course.
I'm just hoping we don't turn out to be a significantly bad development.
Nothing you've done approaches the damage caused by the Kett. And speaking of Kett, I wish we knew more about how their invasion started. They must have records of first contact, and we have none of our own.
Where would you get that information?
The Kett are a military people. They must have logs. Perhaps they can be accessed from their base on Voeld. Approaching it would be foolhardy. Still, if you find yourself there, please see what you can find.
Why don't the Angara have records of first contact with the Kett?
Those who were there cannot tell their tales. Dead, enslaved, or exalted. There are stories, rumors. No one knows for sure what happened.
I'll leave you to your work.
Of course. I hope to speak to you in less frantic times. I would love to hear about your people.
You know, Jal, you're tougher than you look. And you're smarter than you look, Drak. Stubborn, though. You talk like stubborn and smart aren't the same thing.
Undocumented mineral nearby, Pathfinder.
I'd live here, but then I could probably live anywhere.
Another eidetic trigger, Sam?
Yes. though my memory array remains locked. Additional triggers are required.
What's funny?
Just remembering a joke I know. You won't get it.
Try. I want to learn.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Incompetently, an Elcor.
That's terrible. I'm going to assume explaining wouldn't help.
Activating automated forward station deployment. Mining zones in this region are available, Pathfinder. I've added them to your nav system.
Blasted to bits.
Rogue sent you to help, right? That's it. Found the ancient city map, but the Kett keep attacking.
I'm reading a temperature decrease. I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder. Life support restored.
Got them all.
We need to talk.
You okay?
Look, I don't know what Roic said to make you help us, but he lied.
Astra, don't.
Shut up. Roic is a smuggler from Kadara. We all are. Flew here when we heard the Kett were picking off villages. He wants to sell the ancient Voeld map to the highest bidder. It's worth a fortune.
Of all the slimy ways to make a few credits.
You steal from my people after they lose everything?
I changed my mind, didn't I?
So why tell me this?
When I got here, when I saw what the Kett did to this place, these people are dealing with enough. They don't need looters taking what little they have left. I want you to take the map to the Resistance where it will do some good.
What about Roic?
He's not a bad guy, just has bad ideas. When we tell him about this place, he'll see reason. Don't be too hard on him, okay? Just take the map to the Resistance.
He made it personal when he lied to me. We're gonna have a chat.
Worth a shot. Either way, thank you.
I know better than to argue with Astra. Go ahead and take it.
Drac, why would anyone near the end of their life take a chance joining the initiative?
Why would anyone at the start of theirs join up with strangers like us? Besides, who says I'm old? Who says I'm dying?
I don't think I said that.
You did.
I'm certain I didn't.
Now you're saying I'm deaf.
Ryder?
Nope, not getting involved.
Hey, you're not wrong, Chow. I am old, but I got a lot of living left.
Approaching the Glory Seeker nav point, the Kett station is close.
I can't do this. Taking this station is impossible.
Are you Tej?
Whoa! Didn't see you there. Yeah. I'm Tej. How did you find me? Wait. Kolf and the others, right? Stars. Don't tell them you found me like this. I wasn't expecting all this security any longer. I sit here and I'm alright now. Everything.
You're just being rational, seeing the reality of what you're doing here.
Doubt and a shrinking heart prevents a blessed rebirth. And you won't remember your life before. And if you forget, you're just like everyone else. And it would have been better not to die at all.
Such a revelation.
See, the more I think, the worse the thoughts get.
I've got some experience with Kett. I can help with this, if that would... help.
Would you? I think with all of us, we might actually take down this station. Live or die, I wouldn't leave here a failure.
Old bones are getting stiff. Do you have to hit every bump? Hands up, Kett.
Still alive. And honestly, I'm glad. Living and learning is a good way to grow stronger too. And I've never met anyone who had a blessed rebirth. And what if it's not real? Stars. If my friends heard this talk, they'd turn their backs. Venture especially. Oh, I'm almost afraid to go back.
I can't tell you what to do, but maybe Roshwar Lin can help.
I always liked Roshwar. And you're right, she'll know how to handle my friends. Whether it means we talk to them, or I stop listening to them. We grew up together.
Sometimes you grow apart.
Yes. Maybe. Thanks, Pathfinder. At least we kicked those Kett on their behinds, right?
Environmental temperatures are within acceptable limits.
Ah, you found your first beacon. Ready for a taste of Heskar training?
Give me your best shot.
There's a gigantic fiend nearby. Let's see if you can hunt it before it hunts you.
hunt for food on long missions. Later, from tradition. Good work.
There you are. Where are my colleagues? You have the map?
You mean the one you wanted to sell on Kadara?
How did... Astra. She grew a conscience again, didn't she? Girl's not cut out for this work. For what it's worth, I've been talking to these people. They have it rougher than I thought. To be honest, I don't know if I would have gone through with it. Well, go ahead. Do what you need to do.
He tried to steal from your people, Jarl. You decide.
Report to the Resistance. If you want to scavenge, you'll do it for your people.
Really?
What he did is terrible. But he snuck his ship past the Kett, and that takes skill. Time to put it to use.
I don't suppose I have a say in this. Fine, I'll play it your way. Stars, do I regret asking you for help?
Lots of respect for the Angara. The way they fight, it's almost Krogan.
I'm detecting below normal temperatures.
How many worlds have you hidden?
I don't know what you mean.
I know the drill. Scourge is a pain, but it helps too. There's more of you out there. Has to be.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Pretty intense Kett shield for the middle of nowhere.
That's Jarnik. The Kett think they'll find some remnant thing there. Our people can't break through that shield. It's controlled from the main command base.
Looks like the poachers have already moved on. Hold on. There's a data pad here.
These people, they have no idea what the Yavara mean to us.
I want to understand. Why are the Avara so important?
Nearly all our traditional stories were lost in the Scourge, except for tales of the Yavara on Voeld. How they sang from the oceans and lured the sun out of hiding. How in ancient times, they guided Angara ships to safe shores.
That's beautiful.
The Yavara are intelligent, amazing creatures. And they are being slaughtered.
Bright side, no children. Every Kett an enemy.
An enemy who used to be family.
Right, we'll call it a wash.
This must be the poachers' camp.
Something tells me they won't let us stroll in and chat. Here they come!
There's an Angara device in this camera, Pathfinder. I can provide more information via your scanner.
Think that's it?
Life support systems are in peril.
I don't understand.
The people I hired shot at you, and you took care of them. I understand that. Now let's talk.
You better have a great explanation for hunting Yavara. Your people won't be happy to hear this.
So the Angara sent you then? I'm sure they told you the stories, how the Yavara are the only living history we have left. But these creatures might also hold the key to our war against the Kett.
Explain.
I've been performing tests. An enzyme in the Yavara's skin could treat the effects of Kett weaponry. If I'm right, our fighters could heal faster, push back against the Kett.
No. Not like this. The creatures are dying.
You see, my people would rather cling to tradition than think about the future.
You really think this enzyme will work? It'll heal your people?
I need to run more tests, but it looks promising. Just let me continue my research for the future of my people.
Ryder, I don't know how to feel. I can't make this decision.
If this work helps people, I can't stop you. But you need to be upfront with your people.
This feels like a mistake.
I'll contact the Resistance right away. Thank you. You won't regret this. Thank you. My research will work. I know it.
I couldn't have made that call on my own, Ryder. Thank you.
Jal, I want you to know, Asari don't reproduce like the Kett.
No.
The person we mate with is unchanged, and a brand new being is created from the experience.
But the resulting being is always Asari. I didn't mean to suggest anything terrible.
Asari have more in common with the Angara than the Kett.
Of course. I've hurt your feelings. I'm sorry.
Activating automated forward station deployment. Mining zones in this region are available, Pathfinder. I've added them to your nav system. I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder.
We got Kett up ahead.
I detect unusual signals from that Angara, Pathfinder. Scanning the body may provide more information.
Wow. The Remnant took over. Let's check it out.
Severe temperature drop.
One out!
The Kett planted a chip in this Angara.
A tracking chip? Can you reverse it to get a nav point?
The chip is disabled, but if I receive more scans, I could repair the signal.
You sure take up a lot of space back here. Your thighs are massive.
Great. Now we're both uncomfortable.
Ambient temperature is normal.
Ryder, back for another Heskal challenge? I have a test of subtlety. Get into a Kett base and download a full copy of its files.
Hostile shuttle incoming.
Get ready to fight! Stay alert. There'll be more.
More baddies incoming!
That's it. Good work.
Forget distractions, just push through!
The temperature is falling, Pathfinder.
That's gotta hurt!
Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters.
I don't think we're done here. Think that's it. This should be it. Sam, get a full download.
Life support levels are critically low.
Excellent shot!
The temperature is falling, Pathfinder. Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters. Life support is back online.
Hey, Jal. Jal? Jal? You alive?
What? What did I miss?
The way Ryder drives, you can sleep?
This is a very smooth ride.
Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station. Mining zones have been added to your nav system, Pathfinder.
You've been hanging out at the Cultural Center on the Nexus. Have you read about Omega?
Not yet. Homeworlds first. I want a solid understanding of each species before I dive into the deviants.
But how are they glowing?
Yeah, this is incredible.
The pillars of ice? We call them Gesh Asan Veon. Hands reaching for the stars.
Ryder, back for another Heskal challenge. This one's straightforward, a test of combat efficiency. The beacon will agitate the remnant. Take them down quick. Maybe you'll beat my personal best.
We got...
The temperature is falling, Pathfinder.
Remember, take them down as fast as you can! I don't think we're done here. we're done here. Destroyer!
Reinforcements!
More baddies incoming! More baddies incoming!
We did it! That beats Andraknor's count.
Yay us.
Excellent. We learned early on to make every shot count. That's more than enough proof of your talents. Come, let's speak again in person.
That wire may connect to a point on the surface, Pathfinder.
Think it leads to the base of the monolith? We should check. That should do it. Hey, I'm getting better at this.
Phoebe, did I see you unpacking the other day? And then packing, and then unpacking?
What? No. Maybe.
Trying to keep me on my toes?
Just keeping me on my toes, actually.
Thank you for following Rydus' tip, Ryder. Taking out these Kett will mean a lot to my people.
Life support restored.
There's a lot of organic material here. Angara? Kett? Something else?
Scans could tell us more, Pathfinder. Scanned and recorded. There is an audio log saved on this device, Pathfinder.
Kett? Let's get a translation, Sam.
Processing.
The Angaran genetic code that expresses this projection of a bioelectric field has been isolated. The process to integrate this into our own genome is ongoing. Early successes documented. Once complete, Adaptation to be distributed to all Ascendant in Helios. Ability may also prove useful as part of base soldier configurations. All research has been transmitted to the Empire.
Exaltation is not just about making more Kett. It's an exchange.
An exchange requires consenting parties.
There's bound to be more here. Let's keep moving.
Scanned and recorded. Another audio log detected.
Let's hear it.
Transmissions unacknowledged by Homeworld. Possible breakdown in connection and information mishandled. Investigation ongoing. Logs to be updated shortly.
That's good, right? If they're having problems sending Angara info back home?
I wonder if we can find the follow-up logs.
Pathfinder, these samples all contain the same genetic sequence. At first, it appears to be a familial connection, but the genome shows signs of modification. Evidence suggests the sequence was drawn from a single individual and incorporated into other Kett.
The Archon.
Exaltation.
So, does the Archon control the Kett because they see him as a progenitor? Or does his rank give him the privilege to propagate his genes like this?
A cultural question beyond my purview.
In any case, the stuff we found should be of great interest to the science team back on the Nexus.
All transmissions appear to have failed. Some of the team has suggested that this research is being prevented from leaving Helios. Troubling implications. Set aside for now. Taking steps to verify that primary communications are still active.
I'm picking up the nav point for another Kett station. Probably their primary communications.
Taking it down will hinder the Kett. I say we head there.
Outpost we heard about from that Kett log on Voeld.
Here they come! Grenade in!
The temperature is falling, Pathfinder.
The Archon's not the Kett's supreme leader. There's more like him, all over Andromeda.
If they find a new species, they send information about it back home.
And making more Kett in the process.
Rose, communication orders require explanation. Archon commands a block of all transmissions of Angara data to the Empire. It is a breach of protocol.
Ooh, sounds like the Archon's ignoring protocol.
The ambient temperature is normal.
Communications. Only Archon is aware of shifting situation in Helios. If Archon's opinion is that protocols are not to our benefit, accept his wisdom. He is the Senate's voice in Helios and must be obeyed.
There's something here. I don't believe the Primus and the Archon agree.
It sounds like the Kett are starting to question what the Archon's doing. If this continues, it might be good for all of us.
So, what's next?
There is likely nothing to be done, but conflicts between factions seldom resolve quietly.
Then we'll just have to keep an ear to the ground for now. With luck, something will happen.
PB, what do you like to do for fun?
Whatever's next. That's what's fun.
So, there's nothing from your past that you miss? That you left behind?
Well, I had a weakness for gruesome crime stories. True stories of the Ardat Yakshi among us. That kind of thing. Of course, they probably weren't true, but they were thrilling and kept me up at night.
I'd like to read them.
Me too. But when you travel light, you have to leave things behind.
PB, when Asari exclaim, Goddess, who are they talking about?
Me. Obviously.
Do it. Got it.
You're so alive, PB. More than the others of your species I've met.
I think you're fascinating. Angara are so open with their feelings.
This is a little uncomfortable.
And humans, as we can see, are not.
Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters. An undocumented mineral has been detected, Pathfinder. Interface accepted.
Jal, I heard you singing the other day. I peeked in. You were applying lotion to your neck. Flaps.
You're mistaken.
About?
The singing. However, the daily application of hydrogenated ash salve is important to keep my neck flaps glossy.
So many questions.
This site is viable for an initiative outpost, Pathfinder.
How long have the Angara been fighting the Kett? Must feel like forever.
Another memory trigger?
One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to Sam Node on the Hyperion to investigate further. Confirm.
Congratulations, Pathfinder.
Mixture from
This was a
Yoko
real
to
challenge.
himself. We don't need him
and
spreading his
badly
bad
needed.
attitude.
Hello again, Director. How close are you keeping tabs on me anyway?
As close as you'd expect when you're inserting us into local concerns. Real talk, Pathfinder? I, as Governor Shai, is already up my arse about this outpost. If local Angara weren't on board, we'd have a problem. We are good, right? As much as you've brought us, we can't afford to anger the neighbors.
It's fine, Director. I ticked 3 or 4 of the necessary boxes.
You enjoy testing me, but results are what matter, and I respect it. Voeld helps. Cold as it is, it changes estimates in our favor. But the initiative needs you to find more. We're never really done, of course. Survival isn't something that just ends. Time for the uncomfortable bit, Pathfinder. The flag waving.
I'm supposed to summarize Voeld?
As much as anyone can.
You need to see this place. I've laid the groundwork, but there's so much left to discover. Voeld is not just about survival. We know it. The Angara know it. It's the adventure we all signed on for.
Recorded, Pathfinder. Addison out.